admittedly, I'm a bit of a CS2 noob, so this was a bit of a challenge for me, but I did it. I put together a sunken highway overpass, and I thought I would share how I did it with the rest of you. First thing you want to do is draw your road outline out. You're just going to use this to help with some of the terraforming. Once you do that, you can actually come in and lower the elevation. You're going to look for 8 meters. Once you have that, you can just come in, level it all out. Now you'll know you have 8 meters because each line you draw is 1 meter. And here I just drew some additional roads to help me keep things straight. They're really not that necessary. And now I'm changing the elevation on this highway to 1.25 meters. That just helps with the cutaway walls like this to make sure you get that concrete barrier around the side. I ran into a little issue over here when I popped it in, where it didn't actually do the cutaway wall, cut and fill wall the whole time. So like you can see here, it really didn't do it at all actually. So I ended up removing these roads here. I went back over it. You can see right about halfway through, it actually stops with the cut and fill. So I only did part of the road, and then I come back in and just move back some of the soil level just to get the proper concrete barrier there. Just go back in and draw it again. With some practice, you get really good at doing this, and it's even easier if you raise your elevation higher. You're gonna have a better chance of getting that cut and fill road. So now I'm just going to come back and do it on the sides. This is totally unnecessary. I'm just like doing this for grid purposes and also a little bit demonstration purposes. You don't have to do this as you're drawing in your freeway, and you'll see why here in a little bit. Awesome, so that looks really good. Now you're going to come in and prepare for your highway ramps. To do so, you're going to need to draw your overpasses. And once you've got that, you can come in and convert your highway. You're going to want to do a so you don't need to do a 4-lane here like I'm doing. You could do 3 lanes. I did 4 because I want to have a 2-lane entrance onto the highway, so you'll see that in a minute. But that 4 lanes needs to turn into 2 on the opposite sides where you're actually having the entrance to the highway, right? So you'll see why in just a moment. Getting rid of these because I didn't need them. Like I said, I want to draw the highway here, so I'm going to connect the highway in. I'm just going to do some slope terrain here, just get a decent slope going, and then start to draw the actual highway in. Okay, so you want to use the parallel mode on the highway. You don't have to, but it just makes your life a little easier. And then draw it in the middle. Keep it going out just a little bit. Depending on how wide you want your sunken highway to be, or how long you want it to be, you may not need to do that. I did just because I wasn't sure how much length I needed to get the the ramp. Then you draw the ramp in. You can choose whatever length you want, get it to the slope you like. I went out about 68 meters here, which gave it about a 7% slope. You may want to take it out to 100 meters just for a slightly nicer slope. Just do that on all four sides. You'll notice I'm starting with just one lane. We're going to come back later and convert it to 2 lanes. So once you draw the ramp, you may need to reposition the direction of the one-way roads like I did here. And then try to connect it to your highway. Now, what I'm doing here is just getting a general idea of how big I want to make it, and then I'm going to come in with another highway to connect the two. You'll see why here. Because I want to create a new node, and then I'm going to convert this part of the highway on the right side here to a 3-lane highway. So that way I have a lane coming in off of the ramp. Just like that. There's like an entrance lane here. I'll come in on the other side and do the same thing. Creating a node right there also helps just to connect your ramps at about the same spot, your on and off ramps, without having to measure too much. And then just come back in and delete that. Now you can just do it on the same thing on the other side. Nice and easy. Now here I'm just gonna come back in and convert these ramps to 2 lanes. And that'll pretty much do it. So I have a 4-lane one-way road, 2 that go straight and 2 that go into the ramp. Now hook it up to your roads, and that's pretty much it. Let's see how that looks in San Francisco. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below.